Hey guys, this is Amy from Jack and Amy, and for the past month we have been helping Chrome extension developers pass the review process. And today I'd like to share with you how to fireproof your extension. Today we're looking specifically at the spam and placement in the store. Did you get the following message? Your item has a blank description field, or missing icons, or screenshots. And it just looks suspicious in general. And it has been rejected. But which one? What do you have to change? We're going to have to do a little bit of detective work here, but we will get your extension fireproofed. Okay, so your item has a blank description field. Your description could be rejected for the following reasons. Your description could be too short or missing. Let's say you just said that my extension helps with shopping, or it's a new tab, and so this is not directly state the functionality of the extension. Okay, so you also maybe included some suspicious terms like it generates, it generating, or redirects, and other terms that may just sound like your extension is not fit for the Chrome Web Store. If that's its main functionality to redirect, that's fine, but I would try avoiding those terms if possible. Also, if you are using excessive keywords like puzzle, games, kids, and it's just a collection of keywords but doesn't really state what the extension does, it will also be rejected. Another thing I've noticed that if you are supporting multiple languages, then you have to include the default locale in your manifest.json, and also that the directory where you are including the different languages is _locales. I am including the documentation link in the description just so you can make sure that everything is in place, and I would also include one of the languages to be English so that when the Chrome Store reviewing team member looks at your description, they can understand it quickly and know what your extension is about. So there is one exception to the rule. The Chrome Store allows you to have a Chrome extension for testing purposes. So let's say in your description you state this extension is for beta purposes or for beta testing. You can release it private and include the word beta or development build in the title. That way the Chrome Web Store team member will know that this is not for production, but it's still in beta, and they will just approve your description as it is. Okay, so let's fireproof your manifest description. First, my recommendation would be to use the 132 characters available to really explain what your extension does. Also, share your description with others, a friend or a family member, and ask him, what do you understand when you see this? Like, can you really grasp the intention and the functionality of my extension? The third thing is make sure that it matches your single purpose. Don't copy paste it necessarily, but make sure that both of them clearly indicate to the Chrome Store reviewing member what is it that your extension does. Also, remember not to repeat your manifest description in the Chrome Store description, because it's already included when you show it, and it might look suspicious, or they might reject it for this reason. Now let's look at the Chrome Web Store description and see what could possibly trigger the spam and placement. We'll just go through these real quick. I am including this link in the description if you want to take your time to read it later. Okay, so how many sites, keywords, and brands can be listed in the metadata? And here it says at the most 5. So 5 times include the keyword, 5 times the brand, like your logo name or the extension name, and also no more than 5 support websites. Next, can the extension description contain information about additional topics related to the extension? This is important. And the answer is no. So for example, if you have a new tab extension that displays backgrounds of Star Wars, don't start talking about how much Star Wars is great and how they're amazing and how the new movie was a success, and only stick to the main functionality of the extension. Okay, so this one is important. What is the maximum number of times the extension's main purpose can be mentioned in the description? It says here, do not mention one word or phrase repeatedly in the description, even if it's the main purpose. So the example that they give is that if the extension provides puzzles, you should not call the word puzzles more than 5 times. So as you can see, 5 is the number to remember. If it has more than this, or if your description looks really crowded, they will reject it. And another thing, the last thing, and we talked about this earlier, is that you should not include your short description in your extension description because it's already included at the top. So these are the main reasons that your Chrome Web Store description might be considered spam. So let's move on into icons. Your item has missing icons. Your icons could be rejected for the following reasons. Design issues. You may be including too much transparency or even using the Chrome logo as part of your logo. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so on the first one, we can see the Chrome logo with different colors, and that is not allowed. The next one is the actual Chrome logo along with your own logo, which in this case it's a magnifying glass. That will also be rejected. Another thing is the perspective of the icon. If it's kind of like tilted, or as the example, they want it to be flat. And the transparency issues that I had mentioned earlier, you can see this extension, this icon over here has too much transparency and not enough. It's not bold enough, and if you want it to look like this, it will have to be a white background but not transparent, so that it can be shown really well in the browser. Another reason is that you are simply missing the whole icons key and you're only including the browser action. Let me show you. So in this example, you have your browser action key in your manifest and you have a default icon. So what's the big deal? There's the icon, how am I missing it? But this is not the icon that they're referring to. There is actually an icons key that you need to include, and we'll look at that later. So this one is rejected. Okay, the other reason could be that you are not including all the sizes. Let's look at an example. See, this is the icons key and you have it, so good job. But you're only including the size 16. And this one will also be rejected. So another reason your icon could be rejected is that you are including the wrong paths. Let's look at an example. Okay, so in this one, you have a slash in front of the PNG, and this is incorrect. You need to remove that. So that's one will be rejected. Let's look at the next one. Maybe you have a period and a dash, and this is also going to be rejected. Another reason that your icon could be rejected is that you are using the same icon size for all sizes. What does this mean? Okay, for example, you have your 16, 48, and 28. Good job. However, you are using the same file, see just icon.png for all 3 sizes. And you actually do need to resize each icon to match the pixels that you are attaching it to. So the key 16, you need to do icon 16, 48, 48, and 128, 128. The last one could be because your icons are not the format PNG. So let's say you added a JPEG and you have the right sizes and everything. This also may be rejected. So to recap, design issues, not there, incomplete sizes, wrong paths, one icon for all sizes, and not a PNG. These are the main reasons that your icon may be rejected. So what does the correct icons key look like? And here it is. So you have your 16 with your the correct size 16, 48, 128, and the format of the files are PNG. So if you have this, good job. Let's move on to screenshots. So the screenshots must demonstrate the functionality of the extension in action. What does this mean? Let's take as an example Clip 64 over here. So as you can see, the functionality is that you right click on a selected text and you choose Clip 64 and it decodes that base 64 into your clipboard directly. So it is showing that. So one of the advices I would give is that you include all 5 screenshots. The required is only 1. However, the 5 screenshots will give you more credibility and you won't look suspicious. Let's see, make sure that you show the steps to take to use your extension. So as we saw earlier, for example, I right click on a selected text. You can use the extension pop-up to send a link. Another one could be click on the extension icon to toggle functionality, and so you can show that through pictures. Another thing is that if you can visually demonstrate how it matches the description in the Chrome Web Store. So let's say you have adjusted your description and added the respective icons and corrected your screenshots, and you're still being rejected. It is time to make a video. Even if you do it with your mobile, show the team how your extension works. Talk about the description and the screenshots and how they match the main purpose of your extension. My suggestion would be to send it by filling out the form that I will include in the description field, and send them your video, send them your extension ID so they can see. You can also reply to the email, to the rejection email, but also fill out this form. I think you will get better results. Okay guys, well, I hope these tips were useful to fireproof your extension. Stay tuned for more tips on how to pass the review process. And in the meantime, continue developing your Chrome extensions and good luck. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments below because comments from real people are really appreciated. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye.